Gaurav Bissa here, who's the VP at Incred Equities. Good morning, Gaurav. What do you make of the markets? It's a good recovery after a week day of trade yesterday and a week that we've had all since last week.
Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting the show. As far as the Nifty is concerned, as bounce back from 19,500, it's an interesting aspect for two reasons. One, we have seen decent writing happening in 19,500 put options in the previous two series. Also, 55 exponential moving average on daily charts also placed around these levels, 19,550 around. And we have seen a smart bounce back sort of coming in, and this bounce back can translate towards probably a move on the upper side of 19,800. And then we'll have to review because overall the structure remains slightly dicey at higher levels. We have broken multiple supports with relative ease, which basically says that at higher levels, it's likelihood of a fresh pressure coming into the picture. Same goes for Bank Nifty. It has bounced back from the immediate support area of 44,100, 200 on the spot side. It can go towards 45,000, 45,200, and from there we'll have to review whether these are sustained. If not, we can again see some slippages coming from those levels. So overall, what we are advising our clients is to play for a bounce back. We are advising hybrid stocks to play for a bounce back, and once the indices stabilize at high levels, then probably we can see for further upside. As of now, you play for 1.5% upside from the current junction.
Right, playing for the upside. But the other piece that I noticed, Gaurav, today is we've seen a decline on the India VIX. What do you make of that 9% decline? Of course, it's following a very sharp uptick that we saw on the India VIX yesterday. But what do you make of the decline today? How should one read into it?
See, if you look at the India VIX, it has actually done nothing. It's been trading in a range of 10.5 to 12, 12.5. Till the time we don't see a meaningful close about 12.5, 13, I would not read too much into India VIX. If you look at the broader perspective of the last 3 months, it is still in the same. So it's been a range. If you take multi-year horizon, if you have a 4-year, 5-year charts, and if you look at the weekly and monthly charts, it's forming a triangle pattern, about to see a breakout. Once the breakout is seen, then we can probably expect the markets can get spooked up and it can go towards 18, 20 levels. But as of now, till the time 12.5 is not sustained on a closing basis, I would not read too much in India VIX. It's been trading in a range.
Right, and what do you make of some of the buzzers in trade today? When I'm looking at sectors, I'm looking at pharma, healthcare doing really well in trade today. How should one look at these couple of sectors with regard to going forward into next week?
The Nifty Pharma has been very strong. It witnessed a multi-year breakout. It made a retest of that and it is now inching higher. So, in my opinion, the pharma is going to stay. Probably, if somebody has a short-term view, there are stocks that are looking good. One can play for 7 8 days. Somebody with a horizon of 2 years also can look at pharma. As I said, it's 8-year breakout we're talking about. So, going forward, pharma is going to be interesting. Pharma is going to be stable and strong, and we can see outperformance as well. We are advising stocks at this point in time as well. So, in my opinion, pharma, or when you talk about healthcare, I think these are good sectors to invest or also find trading opportunities.
Right, Gaurav. Good afternoon. This is Vinny joining in here as well. You spoke about pharma, healthcare. What about IT, right? Like, because that's been a bit subdued in trade. Obviously, Accenture came out with the numbers, that profit warning that came in on that front. But on the technical level or the charts, is there any indication we could expect to see a recovery coming in from the IT sector in the near term?
Very interesting point that you have made. If you look at Nifty IT, it was trading in a range. It was having a consolidation from May last year, and since May 2022, it witnessed a breakout in the current month, September. So it had almost 15, 16 months of breakout consolidation. Yesterday, it made a retest of this breakout area, and now it is showing early signs of stabilizing. So, in my opinion, one can expect a bounce back sort of coming in. And today, I would not call this as a hammer pattern, but we have a very strong pullback candle that we have witnessed today. So, in my opinion, as long as Nifty IT is trading and sustaining above 31,200, 31,300, there's a very high chance it may go back towards 33,500. So, in my opinion, this is a stock, this is an index which is looking very ripe for fresh upside. on a very short-term basis as well. On weekly charts or monthly charts also, the structure is very positive. So IT and pharma have been my top two sectoral preferences for the last 4 5 months, and I continue to remain positive in both of them.
Okay, IT and pharma, you continue to be positive on both of them. But, let's read the news flash that's coming on the screens as well, that there is a completion of merger between India unit and Z had previously been expected by September. This is between the Z and Sony merger that is expected to be completed in the next few months. That's the word that we're getting in as of now. This is according to agency news flow. Let's keep an eye out on that. But Gaurav, marking that news flow, as of now, Z is trading with gains of almost 2%, 2.45% is what I'm seeing. What are the charts indicating for Z? Because we've already seen such a good run up coming in the recent times as well. What is now the technical level you're watching out for Z?
See, there are two things. One, to be honest, we are not advising Z to our clients here for simple reason that it's been having so many news flows, which is keeping it extremely volatile. But to answer a question as to where the supports might lie, I think this is a stock that should be bought once it gives a close about 265. Once that happens, one can keep a stop loss of 255, play for targets of 280, 285. So in my opinion, one can play for smaller pullback. The real structure, the real breakout would happen at high levels of 290. A closeout 290 will result in a good breakout, and one can then look for 315, 320 kind of targets in a matter of 4 5 days. But for now, I think if I have to buy, I would take some risk and buy only once it sustains about 265.
Right, looking at a level of 265 before entering there, Gaurav. And Gaurav, what would your top picks in this market be like?
So the first recommendation would be buy on Coal India. This is a stock which has been outperforming. This is a slow mover. I agree on that part. But if you look at last 10 days, when Nifty or the broader markets were also struggling, especially large cap stocks were not doing that well. This was a stock which was continuously holding its the breakout area of 280, 285 with small bouts of outperformance as well. It's given a breakout. It's seen a follow through breakout. It's a good structure on point and figure charts as well. One can keep a stop loss of 275, play for targets of 330. Second recommendation would be buy on Axis Bank. So when Bank Nifty credit 2000 points from the high level, which it witnessed the start of the month, many of the stocks witnessed some profit booking, but Axis has been relatively stable. It witnessed a decent breakout about 1000, and has been sustaining so far. So in my opinion, if there's a bounce back sort of coming in, like I said, there can be a possibility of a bounce back. Then this Axis Bank will tend to be in much better shape to enjoy that fruitful upside. So in my opinion, one can buy Axis Bank targets of 1080, keeping the stop loss at 1005.
Those are the top picks that are coming in from Gaurav as well. Gaurav, firstly, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on Markets at Noon on ET. Now, it's always a pleasure having you on the show and understanding about the markets a bit more.